In a small, forgotten village nestled deep within the woods, there was a street where no one dared to walk after dark. The locals whispered of eerie happenings and unnatural silence that fell over the cobblestones once the sun dipped below the horizon. But young Thomas, a curious boy of 12, had never paid heed to such superstitions. One cold, moonless night, Thomas found himself lost in thought. Wandering far from home, the winding streets of the village, once familiar, now seemed like an endless maze. Realizing the hour, he turned to head home, but soon discovered he was no longer on any street he recognized. The houses on either side of the narrow street were ancient, their windows dark and hollow like the eyes of the dead. An icy wind swept through, yet not a single leaf rustled, and the usual sounds of the night crickets, owls were absent. The silence was suffocating. As he walked, Thomas noticed something peculiar. No matter how many turns he took, the street seemed to stretch endlessly. Panic set in when he saw the same decayed house, with a broken lantern 3 times. Each time the door was slightly more ajar. Faint whispers began to fill the air, words he couldn't understand, but their intent was clear. They called to him, beckoning. His feet, no longer his own, moved toward the house. The door creaked open wider as he approached, revealing darkness so deep it swallowed the feeble light of the stars. Suddenly, a shadow emerged from the doorway, tall and twisted, its eyes glowing with malevolent intent. Thomas wanted to run, but his legs wouldn't move. The shadow loomed closer, its whispers now deafening roar inside his head. With a final, desperate scream, Thomas disappeared into the darkness, the street swallowing him whole. The next morning, the villagers found his shoes at the edge of the street, but Thomas was never seen again. The street, now eternally silent, claimed another soul, its hunger never sated.